गाइस सो लेट्स स्टार्ट स्ट्रेंथनिंग जो एक्सरसाइज थेरेपी का एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. सो लेट्स गो. इट इज मसल परफॉर्मेंस refers to the capacity of a muscle to do work which is force into distance. The three elements of muscle performance are strength, power, endurance. What is strength? Strength is broad term that refers to the ability of contractile tissue to produce tension and a resultant force based on the demands placed on the muscle. Broad term that refers to the ability to contractile tissue to produce tension and resultant force based on demand placed on the muscle. Power. Muscle power is related to the strength and speed of movement and is defined as the work produced by muscle per unit time. Force into distance by time कहते हैं इसको. Force into distance by time. Rate of performing work. ठीक है. Endurance is broad term that refers to the ability to perform low intensity, repetitive or sustained activities over a prolonged time period of time. More reps activities such as walking, cycling, swimming. Resistance exercises. Strengthening can be enhanced by using resistance exercise as any form of active exercise in which dynamic static muscle contraction is resisted by an outside force applied manually or mechanically. Type of resistance क्या क्या होता है? Mechanical resistance में आता है metal या rubber dumbbells, free weights, TheraBand, TheraTube, weight cuffs, string etc. यहाँ देख सकते हैं आप. weight cuff ठीक है. TheraBand हो गया हमारा, TheraTube, springs etc. आता है. Types of resistance: manual resistance, body weight of the patient or subject. Determinants of resistance exercise program: alignment of segments of the body during exercise, stabilization of proximal or distal joint to prevent substitution, rest interval, time allotted for recovery between sets and sessions of exercises, duration, total time frame of a resistance training program, velocity, the speed at which the muscle contracts against the resistance. Benefits of strengthening exercise: enhance muscle performance, restoration, improvement or maintenance of muscle strength, power and endurance. Strength: increased strength of connective tissues, tendons, ligaments, intramuscular connective tissue, greater bone mineral density or less bone demineralization, decreased stress on joints during physical activity, reduced risk of soft tissue injury during physical activity, possible improvement in capacity to repair and heal damaged soft tissues. Benefits of strengthening exercises: enhance muscle performance, restoration, improvement and maintenance of muscle strength, power and endurance, increased strength of connective tissues, tendons, ligaments, intramuscular connective tissue, greater bone mineral density, decreased stress on joint during physical activity, reduced risk of soft tissue injury during physical activity, possible improvement in capacity to repair and heal damaged soft tissues, possible improvement in balance, enhanced physical performance during daily activity, occupational, recreational activities, positive changes in body composition, increased lean muscle mass or decreased body fat, possible improvement in perception of disability or quality of life. Principles. There are how many principles? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 3 principles of strengthening exercises. The first one is overload principle, second is stage principle, third one is reversibility principle. So, continuing with the overload principle, if a muscle performance is to improve, a load that exceeds the metabolic capacity of a muscle must be applied. That is, the muscle must be challenged to perform at a level greater than that to which it is accustomed. Progressive resistance exercises. Like here we can see week 1, the patient was doing 3 sets, 8 reps, and week 2 it's doing 4 sets, 8 reps, 3, and it is increasing. So overload principle itself means overloading week by week. If a muscle performance to improve, the load that exceeds the metabolic capacity of muscle must be applied. That is, muscle must be challenged to perform at a greater than to which it is accustomed. 1 RM, the greatest amount of weight a subject can move through the available range of motion just in one time. 10 RM, the amount of weight that could be lifted and lowered 10 times through the range of motion. What is state principle? Specific adaptation to imposed demand. State principle helps therapists determine the exercise prescription and which parameters of exercise should be selected to create specific training effects that best meet specific functional needs and goals. नेक्स्ट स्टेट प्रिंसिपल क्या करता है? थेरेपिस्ट को डिटरमाइन करने में हेल्प करता है, प्रिस्क्राइब करने में हेल्प करता है कि कौन सा एक्सरसाइज का पैरामीटर सिलेक्ट करे और कौन सा स्पेसिफिक ट्रेनिंग उसके लिए बेस्ट इफेक्ट दे सकता है, मीट फंक्शनल स्पेसिफिक फंक्शनल नीड्स एंड गोल्स. ओके, मसल मास टारगेट है इसका. उसके बाद रिवर्सिबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल. Increased strength or endurance in response to a resistance exercise program are transient unless training-induced improvements are regularly used. Advisable for patients to participate in a maintenance program of resistance exercises as an integral component of lifelong fitness program. इस principle के according increased strength or endurance in response to a resistance exercise program are transient unless training-induced improvements are regularly used. Advisable for patient to participate in maintenance program of resistance exercise and integral component of life program. Increased strength or endurance in a response to a resistance exercise program are transient unless training-induced improvements are used. Dynamic exercise concentric eccentric. Combination of eccentric and concentric muscle action is used in countless tasks daily life, such as walking or moving down inclines, ascending and descending stairs, rising from chair, sitting back down, etc. Grade 2 suspension, grade 3 exercises using resistance dumbbells. For grade 2 to grade 3 suspension and active motion exercises. From grade 3 to grade 4 or 5 active range of motion exercises using resistance dumbbells. Therabans. 10 reps at 100% of NRM, 10 reps at 100% of 3-week session progress, 1 to 2 week. Distal segment moves in space, independent joint movement, no predictable joint toughness, agile plate movement of body segments, only distal is moving. Muscle activation occurs primarily in the spine movement and distal. Chain may distal movement remain in contact with the stationary surface. Open chain exercises, close chain exercises. क्लोज चेन में हमारा डिस्टल जो है वो कांटेक्ट होगा सरफेस से, वो मूव नहीं करेगा क्लोज चेन में. देखो डिस्टल सेगमेंट रिमेन्स इन कांटेक्ट विद स्टेशनरी फिक्स्ड ऑन द प्लेस एंड इसमें मूव करता है. तो कांटेक्ट क्लोज चेन डायनेमिक एक्सरसाइजेस फॉर हिप. दिस डेवलप्स कंट्रोल ऑफ अबडक्टर्स स्टांस, लाइक हम हिप हाइकिंग वगैरह कर सकते हैं, ब्रीदिंग कर सकते हैं. Partial squats, mini squats, step up, step down, single leg, deadlift, partial full lunges, open and active for knee, hamstring curls हो सकता है. इतना ही था.